Hello, Scorpio. What was that? Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading with me. We're going to dive straight in and see what's going on for you guys for the week ahead, all right? So let's see. I don't know if I spoke to you last time about this, but I've been doing a little bit of a pre-shuffle here and splitting the deck, see what's on the bottom of it. And you guys have the Knight of Swords being an extra message for you guys this week, which does mean that maybe there is some fast-paced communication coming your way. Maybe you're the one that's having these very direct and forward conversations. Another thing that came through this card, there's some little red birds, and I felt like they stood out a lot to me. I never even noticed them before. So maybe like red birds or is it cardinals? Is that, or am I mentioning something different? Is that a bird? Could be significant for you guys, could be something that you noticed during the week that could just confirm there's something in this reading for you. And I wanted to point out the number 3 as well. Anyway, let's dive into it. So information, communication, there's going to be a lot of that going on this week for you guys. So let's get you an oracle for my gorgeous Scorpios. One card out, please, Spirit. Something that's important. Oh, for the week ahead, you got deep knowing. I want to pull you another one. So listening to your gut instincts and most importantly, taking action on it, right? What's the use in having great intuition if we never listen to it, right? If we never let ourselves be guided by it. Just to mention, this is not the first time we're seeing this kind of Ace of Wands ball of energy coming through for you guys. So it does feel like even whether it's this week or something you're working on behind the scenes or sensing coming away, is this brand new, fresh perspective and fresh new beginning. Okay, something that's going to bring a lot of passion and fiery energy into your life. But right now, maybe you're waiting for it. Maybe you've not yet brought it into existence for some of you. And I really do feel like that's the case. Before I get into these cards, I just want to go back over the Knight of Swords. It's all about determination, right? This week, it does feel like you just want to dive straight into things. The Knight of Swords does bring a bit of a pre-warning, saying don't rush so far ahead that you don't look over the important details and information. Make sure you're sitting with some things to feel it. Scorpio, you guys have a very good intuition. The worst thing we can do is just rush ahead because we want it and not really think about whether it feels right. All right, your intuition is your best friend this week, okay? And then you can rush ahead with all that energy that you've got here. You have the TikTok card as well, which, I mean, I'm not speaking about the app. I'm speaking about timing, right? It's the clock. So when TikTok comes in, it is feeling a little bit like maybe you feel like you're running out of time, that you don't have enough time, or maybe you're just frustrated with divine timing, okay? That can be a message coming through for you there. I always say when that card comes in, timing really is your perspective, or how fast time goes really is up to your perspective. The clock is going to tick anyway. It's better that we do things in the meantime, because if you know already, time flies when you're having fun, and when you're waiting by the clock, my goodness, what they're bringing me quotes here. It's like a watched pot never boils. Is that what it is? That's what they're saying to me, which I feel like if you're looking at the time, it's going to take forever. A watched pot never boils. Tell me what you guys think about that. But anyway, let's dive into your other cards, because we've got quite a few. All right, please, Spirit, for Scorpios, any animal spirit that wants to come out for them today. I feel like that owl might be important, because it is about clarity, really. All right, for Scorpio, what spirit animal wants to come out? Giraffe says, see the big picture. Interesting. Okay, so this is a really important week to kind of make sure that we're keeping our eyes on the prize here, to see the big picture. If you're feeling a bit frustrated now, this is almost like a small blip of your story, of your future. Giraffes can see way beyond zebras, for example, and lions, because they have that height advantage. So I wonder if that's something that's going on for you. You have an advantage of some kind that can help you see beyond. I think that just makes sense again with your intuition. You can see that ball of fire, okay, that new beginning that's on the horizon. Some of you, it's a new career, right? Whatever project, whatever thing brings you passion, I can see that you're anticipating it. I just feel like, I wonder what you need to do in the meantime. I feel like you have some action to take. Let's see what they're speaking about. Let's grab you the last of your oracles, and we'll dive into what I'm seeing here. All right. And I was going to say, any messages from your guardian angels, and you just have support. You got a lot of support in the spiritual world at this moment. And that's what they want you to know. All right, anything else? Now, whenever a globe comes in a reading, I do say that you have a much bigger purpose than you realize, and it's a lot to do with nature, animals, and humanity, okay? Giving back to the world and maybe even preserving the world for some of you. So environmental stuff like that. Maybe you're choosing to have, cut out meat or dairy. I don't know what you're doing, but it does feel like you're making choices, or you're feeling called to make choices based on the world, right? The benefit of the world. Let's see what else. Seeing butterflies spiraling around your head. You got 3, and I feel like maybe you have 3 spirit guides or 3 guardian angels, or maybe 3 people who have passed or whatever. Divine guidance came through as well, so they're just kind of confirming that trust in your intuition for it is guiding you where you need to go. And power. So your spirit guides are also bringing power to you at this time, strength and support and guidance. Love that. Okay, let's dive in a little bit more in your last oracle before we dive into a tarot. Let's see. For Scorpios, please, one card out. A message for them for this week, for the week ahead. I'm seeing bowling. I'm sorry. Today I'm just like a super, and you have weight, which, no, it's a no-brainer here because you do have that clock here. So Spirit is saying trust in a divine timing of something. I feel like it's more about the beginning of something because that Ace of Wands is lingering. I feel like you're about to reach a breaking point in a good way where you're going to be able to bring something to life, but it feels like you have to do, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's because I'm trying to work it out myself. Let me read this card out to you. This says, wait, it's not the right time. The universe is working on it. Trust in divine timing, okay? Let's dive into a tarot because I want to figure out what they're calling you to do at this time and while something else is unfolding. Alrighty, Spirit, let's, what happened here? I moved everything up. Excusez-moi, I'm just going to change this because I'm a Virgo, if you didn't know, so this is just going to bug me. Alrighty, let's dive in then. For the gorgeous Scorpions, just gonna wake up the cards a little bit here for you. All right, one card out for the energy of this week, please. One card that will represent the energy of this week for the Scorpios. Okay, the 9 of Wands. And I love how that's coming through with the Power card because this is the Wounded Warrior. So I want to say it in a lot of ways that your spirit guides, I don't want to sound too woo-woo for you guys, but I just have to say what I'm seeing here. You do have divine support and guidance, and they are breathing power onto you at this time. To kind of stand up for yourself. They've seen what you've been through, Wounded Warrior, right? You've been hurt. Maybe recently, or you're still holding on to some hurts here in general, so you're still showing up as wounded. But as she's in this card, she's prepared to defend herself again if necessary. So the 9 of Wands, placing boundaries will be important. Let's clarify. I want to dive deeper into that. So the energy of this week is that you might be feeling a bit on guard, maybe a little bit frustrated. Why is the 9 of Wands here? Why is the 9 of Wands here as the energy of this week? Can you dive a bit deeper into that? 6 of, okay, that's really good. Especially with that 9 of Pentacles being here. So what this is showing me, you guys have been through something quite difficult. Maybe this week you're still going through the end of it, or maybe you're still triggered by it in some way, right? The fight is over. She's won the fight, but she is a bit wounded afterwards. So, it's kind of the aftermath or the lingering essence of something that was quite painful for you. 6 of Swords, I feel like I'm seeing you actually, moving towards more hope. And I feel like that is this 9 of Pentacles. And what is that? Your independence, freedom, right? Peace. Maybe that's just something you've been really wanting. It could even be financial freedom. And that might be something that you want to work on right now. I do feel like you're in the beginning stages, though, of, again, moving past something that did hurt you or did offend you or whatever. Did wound you in some way. 6 of Swords. Moving on towards calmer waters. That's what this card means, that things are going to get better from here on out, right? That star in the background represents hope in a different land. So again, some of you could be moving, traveling in some way. I feel like, though, you might not be taking your eyes off of something. I have to show you. I don't know why. I wonder if it's just to help clarify what I'm seeing here, but I'm almost seeing that she's still looking at where she was attacked, should I say, but she's taking those backward steps whilst her eyes are looking that way. She's taking backward steps towards the boat here, which is really good. Things are going to be a lot more stable, a lot more better for you moving forward, okay? But I feel like you need to move past something for sure. I wonder if that will come up in your advice a bit later. Let's see how you are showing up though. Let's see the energy of you. So the overall energy of the week, let me just summarize that. You might be still getting over something, still wounded by something. Maybe you've just been through a chaotic time, a battle of some kind. You've won the battle here, but it still might be impacting your energy or yourself in some way. But Six of Swords, you're moving forward away from that now, and there are better times ahead, okay? All right, let's see your energy. I feel like that's why this thing see the big picture, because you're not quite there yet. Like I said, this Ace of Wands, this island seems to be that Ace of Wands that we've been saying, where you have this new start, this new passion, this new energy. You got more motivation and more inspiration and all that good stuff, more creativity. At the moment, you're in the beginning stages of moving away from something and finding that and going on that journey towards it. That's the same thing that I'm seeing here. All right, what's the energy of Scorpio this week, please, Spirit? What is the energy of Scorpio? How are they showing up this week? The energy of them. Okay, I like that a lot. And that's exactly what I always see. Some of you could be, going like long distance, I'm hearing, because of this crossing this body of water. I always see the Knight of Cups having to do that in order to go towards new territory. So Knight of Cups being open and vulnerable, diving deep into your feelings, taking your time. It's very opposite of that Knight of Swords. Eight of Wands, communication. I feel like some of you might be communicating your feelings, whether you're reaching out to somebody or needing to. Eight of Wands though, and Knight of Cups, you're finally moving in the right direction. Why? This is you trusting in your gut instincts. Cups, the Suit of Cups and the Court cards and Cups are all intuitive beings. They're all connected to their feelings and emotions. Knight of Cups is a knight, so you're still learning about how to trust in your intuition, how to trust in your feelings and where you're being guided to go, but you're doing a good job this week. I think you're having to cross the unknown. I always see that river as that really horrible anticipation of something, because it's like, you have hope, where you're going is the right path, but it's like the anxiety of doing it, going towards it can be scary. It can be unpredictable, and that is what water is about, right? There might be a storm up ahead. Who knows what, I don't know. I'm just seeing you going out into the water on a boat. But anyway, so it's unpredictable, those feelings and whatever you're having to travel past to get towards new land. But the Eight of Wands, you're moving in the right direction, so you're showing up as quite a good energy. Maybe you're feeling a bit romantic this week because of the Knight of Cups here. Maybe you're feeling quite sensitive, or again, you're a bit vulnerable at this time, which is fine as well. We've seen that with the Nine of Wands, but it feels good. Let's clarify that though. Let's dive a bit deeper. Why is the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands here? By the way, you crossing this threshold, that I always call it, you moving towards more hope and better times, and whatever this movement is, whether it's actual relocation or you're choosing to let something go, choosing not to be hurt around something anymore, you're moving forward. The Knight of Cups, what was I actually going to say? Oh yeah, so this feels quite slow and intentional movement and processing feelings, and then after that Eight of Wands, you kind of get the green light to just go ahead, and you get more energy and more opportunities coming your way, more communication, and just better times, right? Things will start moving forward very quickly once you deal with that, whatever that water is. Again, some of you could just be emotionally moving past something. Knight of Cups, why is this here in Scorpio's energy, and what does this represent? Okay, so this just tells me you're stabilizing your feelings, cutting out anything that doesn't serve you and shouldn't be there, being a lot more, you're kind of coming through with a lot of different elements, water, earth, and air, soon to be fire, in a bigger picture. Okay, so you're processing your feelings, stabilizing and learning a bit more about yourself, making progress. I love that. Grounding yourself. And the King of Swords again, not being afraid to cut some things out and be more direct and open. And to cut things out that just don't serve you or your path. Okay, and then let's go over the Eight of Wands then for you. I always say it's a really positive card about things moving in the right direction, and it's coming up in terms of you are moving in the right direction. Why is the Eight of Wands here this week for Scorpio? Temperance. This is just, I know this is clarifying the Eight of Wands, but it's just a nice reminder here that you're balancing your feelings and emotions and merging all those feelings that you got to get a beautiful balance and beautiful harmony before you're able to kind of move fast pace here, because Temperance is about patience. I always say it's a pit stop car where you need to take some time out, process your feelings, make sure that you're aligned, as I was just saying, that you've got, you're at peace with something, that you've maybe even just balanced yourself in any kind of way, brought harmony into your life before you then go back on the path again. So it feels a little bit like that. I do feel like it's quite strong with you understanding your feelings, like harmonizing those different feelings that you got to, again, create a balance in between. All right, let's dive into your challenge then, because I'm rambling. All right, what's the challenge or blockage for Scorpios this week then? Scorpios, what's the challenge or blockage for Scorpios? The Hanged One. Interesting, because we see some similarities now between this card and this one. Deep knowing. Okay, the Hanged One sometimes comes through as needing to look at life through a different lens. Sometimes life puts us in an awkward position to look at it through that awkward position. And the Hanged One, you're gaining enlightenment. That's your challenge. I think some of you are going through a bit of a spiritual evolution. But of course, in order to understand a lesson, you have to really observe it. You have to look at it. Interesting. Let's dive a bit deeper. It's Pisces energy, right? It's a super intuitive, connected card. Why is this the challenge? Can we dive a bit deeper into that? Why is this the challenge for Scorpio this week? 3 of Cups. Interesting. And it's coming up across here. So of course they do have some link of some kind. Now, 3 of Cups can be a few things. Could be around friendships, looking at friendships and maybe even relationships differently. The 3 of Cups sometimes comes to me when I read as a card of gratitude. So maybe that's what they're calling you to come into, to see the silver lining, to maybe even see the abundance that you have already before you can have even greater amounts of abundance. Because this is not a 10 of Cups. It's not the happily ever after. That's why I always say loving the journey is so important. And that's why gratitude is important when this card comes up, because it's not about having the most amount of people or the most, they've got a lot of, sorry, I can't speak. They got a lot of abundance around them. Okay, and they're celebrating that. Even though they're not at the 10 and not waiting for the happily ever after to enjoy the fruits that surround them. So I wonder if that's something they want you to do, and that's your challenge, right? To look at things right now in a different lens, which can be hard because 9 of Wands, again, you've been through a battle of some kind. And it's survival mode. You don't feel like celebrating yet because I need safety. I need to be at that next place to be able to really fully feel grateful and happy and feel, passionate about life again. So I feel like that's something that they want you to work on now. Okay, if you're able to. It's your challenge, so it's going to be tricky. All right, let's see what your advice is from Spirit. I think that's why they're saying, look at that big picture. And it's almost like if you knew that it always brings me up this quote at times. If you knew that everything would be fine, you're going to get here, you're going to have the best life ever in this new location, new energy, whatever it is, this dream, this goal, this hope that you have. If you knew that you were already destined to go there and that everything is going to be fine moving forward, how would you be today, right? How would you act? What would you feel? Because for a lot of you, and I'm sorry to ramble, the 9 of Wands, you're really afraid of being open and vulnerable. You're afraid to celebrate. You're afraid to process those feelings because you're worried that something's going to pop up again, that you need to defend yourself. So it's almost like having a hard time letting that guard go, that defense mechanism go, to relax, right? So you're in a bit of survival mode. Your nervous system's a bit, on guard here. It's like a bit, going a bit crazy. So ground it, meditate if you need to. See things through a different lens. Sit with yourself in some stillness if you need to. Whatever helps you ground yourself. It's going to be important because I feel like that's what they're connecting you with the big picture. All right, anyway, the advice. Let's see. I feel like that was the advice, but all right, let's see. What is the advice then, please, for Scorpio this week? One card out to represent the advice that you want to share for Scorpios this week. The Sun like I said, deep knowing with the sun, you kind of already feel like it deep down that things are going to get better, and that whatever the situation was that you went through that was not, your whole life, that things are going to get better, that you do. And as I said, you can see that Ace of Wands. You already can see where you want to go in a distance. You already have your eyes on the prize. You know where you're being guided to go. You just don't know what's going to lie in the in between. Anyway, Sun card is the best card in the deck, and it came up with a deep note. You already know you're going to have success, victory, joy, happiness. So as I said, keep your eyes on the prize. See the big picture. Don't just look at where you are right now and worry about it, right? Look at the big picture. Anyway, I'm just repeating myself. The cards are really kind of aligned for you guys today. Let's just clarify the Sun card. What else can you say about this as advice, please? What's the advice? Queen of Swords, so similar, and that Devil energy, cutting away fear so that you can actually truly be happy now. It reminds me of that there's a video on YouTube somewhere about that I saw about like a monk, and it was like the only thing that's stopping you from being happy now, what was it? It's like, if you just, I don't know, it's, of course it's like a very simple way of putting it. It's a lot harder in this body and this mind when you're plagued by fear and worries and tense situations and whatever that devil is to you, restrictions and whatever, limited mindsets. It can be hard to feel like, okay, I just need to let go of fear in order to be happy. I don't know. It's just Queen of Swords, set boundaries with anyone who's overstepping them. And if they keep overstepping them, it's time to get them out of your life. Queen of Swords is all about knowing your, being very clear on what you want. And where there's a will, there is a way, Scorpio. So as long as you are clear about where you're going, I feel like you're going to stop at nothing. I'm hearing you're going to stop at nothing to go after it. But you just need to cut out that devil energy. So if that's people around you who are implementing fear into your essence, into your being, get them gone, or at least distance yourself from them, or emotionally detach from them and their opinions. And if that's your own devil in your mind, the thing that's saying everything's gonna, you're gonna go into a worse situation, whatever that fear is saying, cut it out, right? Because you do have a clear mind. Okay, see the big picture. Interesting. Alrighty, let's dive into each of your categories in each area of your life. So we're going to go through love, career, finances, and what's going on in the unexpected this week. All right. So let's see. For the area of love, for Scorpios, what is the message you want to bring out for them in this area? King of Swords, interesting. Could be dealing with someone who's kind of going through a similar thing. Now, King of Swords can be somebody who's very, it could be an air sign that you guys are dealing with, for one. Two of Cups, I mean, I will say this is your soulmate. You are going to be meeting somebody who will be communicating with you, someone who's very clear at thinking, who could give you some really good advice, but I will say this person might be not the best with their feelings and emotions, okay? Because the King of Swords is mainly logical, so I will say that, but the Two of Cups does represent a mutual exchange of feelings and emotions and a soulmate connection. So it does look like a good partnership for those of you out there. And because you are the Queen of Swords as well, that's why I'm saying I feel like most of you might be going through similar things with the person of interest. I wasn't quite ready. Nine of Cups, Knight of Swords. I was about to go into your career and finances, so know what you want and go after it. Of course, make sure you're double checking contracts and making sure that you are being very, what should I say? You're being very observant around what's around you. Otherwise, you're just gonna bump into a rock here and fall over yourself if you rush too fast. Okay, so take your time, of course, but feel free, go ahead. When you know what you want, go after it. Because Nine of Cups says that there is some wish fulfillment there, but I'm just gonna get another card out for that because I wasn't quite ready. Spirit was ready before I was. All right, let's see. For career and finances for Scorpio, one card out for that, please. Ew, did you see the way that landed? A Six of Cups. So some of you, there could be some nostalgia going on in this area. Maybe you're looking back at old ways that you were doing things and maybe taking some lessons around that, for better for worse. You're kind of learning about it and maybe seeing how you can implement those lessons and those results maybe into things moving forward. All right, so career and finances, Six of Cups. Also a really good time to connect with community as well, because Six of Cups can be soulmates as well. So your soul tribe and stuff like that. So maybe it's a good time to reach out to network with people who share the same value and feelings about their career and finances as you do, because it will help you out if there is a group project or something going on there. Because I'm seeing that there's these two people, which could be again you and your love interest if you work together, or just dealing with your career and finances at the same time together, that you guys are building things, a beautiful picture together. But anyway, let's see what's going on in the unexpected for you, Scorpio. Can they clearly flip over, please? What's in the area of the unexpected for Scorpios? The Hanged Man. Okay, so that's your challenge though. So an unexpected challenge, shall we say, that you're going to gain some enlightenment and different perspective over something here. Okay, maybe again around friendships, maybe again it's around your gratitude, okay, what you've got around you at the moment, and learning how to dance in the rain kind of thing. Your intuition, as I was saying as well. So maybe you're just going to have this download of knowledge that's coming away, the certainty that just comes through by seeing life a little bit differently. All right, so that is what I got for you. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if it resonates with you and how, because I'd love to know, by the way, because otherwise I'm just making videos. That is not why I started this channel. I want to hear how it resonates for you, and if you enjoy it. But anyway, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. All right.